Where my thoughts it has. Probably on par for a a Miss Pandaria bag. Well, I have no idea. Yaki Yankee's Grace versatility increased by 2. Versatility increases damage you do and reduces damage you take by percentage base. Stop, I'm speed boosted. You shouldn't be able to catch me. So, anyway, go grab these. Gazrog. Not long ago, a shipment of silver was stolen en route from here to Crossroads. It was meant as payroll to the guards, and we want that silver back. I'll ask around here for clues, but I want you to investigate the scene of the crime. Head west and look for a crashed caravan wagon just north of the road between here and the Crossroads. Find out who took our silver and get it back. How does he know I didn't do it? Also, here's an Easter egg. See, there, that's Carrigan from Brood War. Some of the later shredders have her from Heart of Swarm on it instead. That's one of the classic shredders. The raptors of the barons are smarter than raptors in other lands. I think all those smarts are hiding in their horns. If so, then they can grind their horns into powder and use it to make smart drinks. I'll make a fortune. Here's where you come in. I want to horn the smartest raptor around. King Reaper Call. Heads up of a whole pack of intelligent raptors up in the bluffs north of Ratchet. Bring me his horn, and don't get ripped his ribbons like everyone else I've sent.
Hurry back!
Well, that's reassuring. Not enough use of wanted posters in the game. Only a few. Captain J. Garvey of the Maiden's Dagger. Charged with piracy in the open seas, kidnapping, extortion, arson, slavery, et al. Garvey recently arrived in the waters leading a crew of South Sea freebooters and was last seen assaulting Frey Island. The Freys deserve it. Bring proof of death in an identifiable condition. It was either the North Sea or the South Sea, but they were the bandits that I was saying about before. That if you want to gain rep with Ratchet and Booty Bay and get exalted, you have to kill them over in Grizzly Hills. It was either the South Sea people or the North Sea. I'm not sure if the North Sea are a thing, so could be South Sea. Don't remember. You. Purchase. Can't believe I've almost 2 gold now. Christ. I think money is just much easier to come by now. Imagine when I actually start selling stuff. Some of this stuff won't sell well, others will sell very well. Wait, how many do I have? I've got 3 of them now. Christ. Here's something to go for a bit. Passed down from generation to generation.
Have a good one.
Okay. Talk to you. And we'll head up in here. Come on. Oh, here's this. And we just turn back on this fan. Hopefully it's not too loud. Satisfied that the small world had been ordered, and their work was done, the Titans prepared to leave Azeroth. However, before they departed, they charged the greatest species of the world with the task of watching over Kalimdor, lest any threat should threaten its perfect tranquility. That age, there were many dragon fights. Yet there were 5 that held dominion over their brethren. It was these 5 flies that the Titans chose to shepherd the budding world. The greatest members of the Pantheon imbued a portion of the powers upon each of the fight's leaders. Those majestic dragons, as listed below, became known as the Great Aspects, or the Dragon Aspects. Amontul, High Father of the Pantheon, bestowed a portion of his cosmic power upon the bronze dragon Domu. The High Dragon empowered Domu to guard time itself and police the ever-spanning pathways of fate and destiny. The stoic, honorable Domu became known as the Timeless Ones. And to prevent him from growing full of himself over knowing time, they showed him his death. The one thing that he is inevitably going to happen to him. Actually, it's not the one thing that's inevitably going to happen to him, but he can't, even though he knows the future, he can't do anything to change it. He's inevitably going to die. And in the manner he foresaw. And if you want to see that manner, it's in the end time dungeon. He succumbs to whispers of the old gods and tries to prevent his death, which leads to his death. Ilnar, the Titan Pantheon of all life, gave a sliver of her power to the red Leviathan Alexstrasza. Ever after, Alexstrasza would be known as the Life Binder, and she would work to safeguard all living creatures within the world. Due to her supreme wisdom and limitless compassion for all living things, Alexstrasza was crowned the Dragon Queen and given dominion over her kind. Eleanor also blessed Alexstrasza's younger sister, the Lith. I think I'm saying that right, I'm never sure. Green Dragon Ysera, with a portion of nature's influence. Ysera fell into an eternal trance, bound to the waking dream of creation. Known as the Dreamer, she would watch over the growing wilds and worlds from her verdant realm, the Emerald Dream. Norganon, the Titan Warkeeper and Master Magician, granted the Blue Dragon Malgos a portion of his vast power. From then on, Malgos will be known as the Spellweaver, the Guide in Magic, and Hidden Arcanum. There's a game called Arcanum or something close enough. I want to give it a look at some stage. Kaz-Goroth, the Titan Shaper and Forger of the World, bestowed some of his vast power upon the mighty black dragon, mighty black worm, Natarion. The great-hearted the great-hearted Natarion, known afterwards as the Earth Warden, was given dominion over the earth in the deep places of the world. He embodied the strength of the world and served as Alexstrasza's greatest supporter. Thus empowered, the 5 aspects were in charge of the world's defense in the Titan's absence. With the dragons prepared to safeguard their creation, the Titans left Azeroth behind forever. Unfortunately, it was only a matter of time before Sageris learned of the newborn world's existence. And in the pre-patch, we learn that the world is actually a Titan, which makes no sense. Thrall paid me and his boys well for helping out with the construction of Orgrimmar, so we decided to set up a port here. We do most of our business through Booty Bay and Baron Rivalgas. You can run into this guy actually in Rexar's campaign. You have to help clear out the mine of some enemies, so this guy's sappers can get through. His sappers just blow themselves the fuck off. At least he doesn't have to worry about dental. All this new friction between the Lions and Horde was leading to windfall profits, until Rear Admiral Hartley sailed into my harbour and started poking his prow into my business. He's been searching and seizing vessels flying Horde colours with the goal of depriving them the use of a neutral port. I'm not about to allow some fat-fingered human cut into my profits. Give me the schematics of his flagship. Hartley's chief engineer is soaking himself at the Broken Keel Tavern just up the hill. And over there, as I said, he has schematics we need. That dirty pirate Baron Longshore was the terror of the waters before the Lions demolished his fleet, rounded up the survivors. Am I happy about it? Do I look like a bundle of joy and good cheer, Durcar? Longshore raided some of my most valuable cargo before his capture. Rumour has it he buried it before he was caught. I want my goods back. Follow Longshore and the Alliance captures south of here, and see if you can get him to reveal where my treasure is. And we'll head over here. This teleporter brings you to, or I think it's a one-way trip from Pandaria, from the Vale of Eternal Blossom to there.
Time is money.
Something I can help you with, Durgar? There's a shipment I've got to see to otherwise. Gazlawi promised me a promotion if I can help him deal with Ratchet's pirate issues. Problem is, these new buccaneers that sailed in took over Freya Island, south of here. They're not just after our goods, they've got grudges to settle. The other night they even went after one of our war galleons. Having issues keeping my eyes open. I've got plans in the works to deal with the situation. Gazgally wants to see quick results. Head over to Freya Island and start hopping off some heads, will you? Take it up with Tony. It's making me think of an Italian mobster. Hey! So you're a wise guy, eh? Sorry, not the best voice. Best I can do. Well, not sure if that's the best I've done, but yeah. So you're a wise guy, eh? This pirate situation is really crimping my operation. Captain Garvey is attacking any vessel in sight, even those whose owners pay me my bogus protection money. We need to get those pirates on the take and fast. I know just a guy, one of Garvey's lieutenants, who's open to wheeling and dealing the Dizzywig way. He's offered to arrange a little mutiny for me. Once we get those guys working for us, it's all gravy, see? Talk to my boy, Tony Two Tusk on Freya Island to the south.
Keep it real.
See? Drop some quests, and you got a nice bit going around. Still, they're not leading to the same points that I have to go to as is, but still, it helps. It's a start. Not the right point. The tavern is up here. And you're here now.
Yo!
And he resupplied. I'll grab these, though whether or not I'll use them is a whole nother matter. Oh, another quest too. Captain Talo Tas of Bright Sun.
Can I assist you?
Oh my eyes. Can't tell. I think he's meant to be a blood elf, but he could be meant to be a high elf. I think it's blood elf. In reality, blood elves are just the faction of high elf. Some high elves have remained with the alliance. The ones that split off are now blood elves, named so after because of what Artis did. Well, in honor of the Fallen, basically, after Artis marched through Silvermoon. Yet another ship from my fleet has been lost to the overzealous humans from Terramore. Their new rear admiral parked himself right off the coast here. He's boarding and sinking any vessel that doesn't heave to at his whim. Travel south along Merchant Coast to his camp. Bring me the medals of the Marines and deckhands. Execute his top lieutenants, Pyre and Buckland. Will lay waste to them as they have laid waste to my fleet.
Good luck, friend.
Okay, and in here. Well, there's the deckhands, but they're on friendly turf right now.
Hello.
There's this guy. The drunken engineer blinks bitterly at you. Club him unconscious. I love how apparently he did that with my snout. Also, I love the peon jumped too, and then just stood there. Not that I needed help. Someone here said, haha, very nice, Durcar. Oh, and I took those guys down, but I couldn't loot them. The engineer slumbers fitfully on the floor, rifle through his pockets. Okay, she approved. That's the one who said very nice. She'll probably be the one disposing of the two corpses. She is forsaken. She'd probably have some plans for them. Ghost Wolf. I think I'm going to stop soon and go get some food. I haven't had anything to eat since earlier. Didn't even have much to eat then. So yeah. It's kind of nice to be playing WoW again, but I'm a bit burned out. Still, it's just plain Legion.
Hey there, just passing through?
You got the goods. Incomprehensible to all but the most experienced engineers. Ah, this is it. This is it right here. So his flagship is called the Benelopotent. Benelopont? Eh? Let's see. Let's take this nuisance to Let's see what it'll take to send this nuisance to the bottom of the sea. Gazali spreads the plans on the table and jabs a tiny finger after the ship below the waterline. Somehow I doubt, the Alliance can get this quest, even though a neutral NPC is given it. Just thinking out loud, like. There, the hull is thinnest here, where the crankshaft meets the paddle wheel, and it's right next to the magazine. Durcar, I can't be held responsible if some enterprising horde shaman were to attach a limpid mine to that part at all, not even if I supplied the mine and paid him handsomely. The ship is anchored just southeast of here. Go to it. They radio me with this stolen gnome recorder. This stolen gnome recorder. Oh, nice. I like this carpet. The gold and purple kind of work. So we've got a lot of quests sending me down there. But I feel I should continue with the Ratchet ones first. Also, I love how the caravan scene actually sends me right back up to where the other guys are. So in all honesty, they're probably behind the caravan wrecking. But no, canonically it was something else. That's due to overlap. Christ, I'm difficult to keep my right eye open now. I know I should stop recording, but it's just like, I want to keep going. I haven't been really able to record much in the last few days. Yes, just have Earth floating here. That's totally not a health hazard. Okay. And it is an ordinary plain strider. Caravan Crossroads Kodo. Crossroads Caravan Kodo. This horde caravan was not merely robbed, but it was savagely brutalized. Crates of supplies have been ripped apart by sharp claws. The wagon has been demolished, the food has been eaten, the silver is gone, and yet useful supplies have been left behind. Ammo tracks surround the wreckage, made by enormous curved claws. They appear to be raptor tracks. First instinct is that the raptor riders assaulted the caravan, but the impressions aren't deep, and there is no non-ammo tracks to be seen. The tracks head northeast of here, towards the east side of Thorn Hill. The answer to this mystery must lie in its shadow. Surprising how close these Corcron guys are to just random critters, and they aren't just clearing them out. I wonder if the bosses still turn up. Probably not, but it's a possibility. The Corcron faction NPCs here used to have bosses that turned up, and they're raid bosses, world bosses. They don't seem to be here now, but who knows? Maybe I'm just not here at the right time, or they might be gone completely. It's hard to be certain. Oh, also, Kalama. That's funny. Catch a thief. Before realizing the entire community of rafters, ducking in and out of hovels, snarling at one another and working together to construct primitive huts. Collections of shiny things surround their nests. Mystery solved. It's clear the raptors acted alone to steal the horde's silver. Time to teach these beasts a lesson.
How you doing?
Kalima. Wapto twapping can be woof, but I've designed a new Wapto twaps that will eliminate much of the whisk. Set the twap on the ground, and it will screech with like a waptor wooing one into the wap. When a waptor steps on my waptor twap, it will shrink down so that it's less dangerous. It's very, very easy. I would do it myself, but recently I ran across King Waptor Weeper Claw. I'm sorry, that's so fucking hard to say.
Spirits
Crikey. With a Waptor. Christ, I'm talking like Elmer Fudd. Fuck me.